So, Moroy, they go U.S. Marshal, they live on another social media platform. They got the volume. This is the only one I can somewhat get a volume on. They talking about the little watermelon killer that was. Let me. They not giving volume. Let me put the caption on. And I gotta have something playing in the background for copyright reasons. But every other device I've tried to get some volume, I can't get no volume. Oh, wow. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, U.S. Marshal Tyrese was there. So what done happened to him? Let me do some research, y'all. Let me see what's going on. This video will be available shortly. Hold on. Okay, so let me tell you what I think is happening. Right now they're talking about the young kid that they let bond out, you know, that killed the watermelon man. And somebody screwed up and didn't bond him as an adult. And when he was supposed to turn himself in, well, go back into court, he bounced. So now they talking about that, and they pulling the Taggart, whatever that man name was, in DeSoto County. And we need to talk about that too, because so I'm going live, so be prepared, okay? Briefly, because one of the DAs in DeSoto County was arrested in contempt of court. Baby, our eyes on Memphis, Mississippi, and finna be Arkansas. Well, it was Arkansas last month. Yeah. Surrounding cities and states. They just tagged Tennessee yesterday. The chief police and what is that? Bahalia selling, growing drugs. The alderwoman, and this Knoxville raids, baby, huh? Malroy, I ain't seen you do a press conference and whatever, but see, did y'all say anything about? Let me let them talk, okay? Cause see, I think they getting ready to tag old Quit ass, because they talking about how these people are handling and not respecting the bond. And because there was nobody enforcing those bond restrictions. Okay. See, this is why folks need to hush when they talking about people from the outside shouldn't say nothing. Because I'm telling you, it's these people from the outside that's drawing attention to their ass, and y'all getting some type of traction. When was the last time Moroy done did a press conference? Now, we know U.S. Marshal Miller will, but this one, okay. But let me go on. Let me listen. Let me shit.
By his senseless killing, the man who we think did that killing, Demarion Tackett, despite having already been arrested for that crime, is today a fugitive because he didn't show up for his court date on Monday. This is a defendant who should not have been out in the first place, who should not have...
You said that about Dolph killers. But okay.
We successfully moved for his transfer to adult court, but unsuccessfully moved to raise his bond.
Y'all failed again.
Yeah, he's missing, and law enforcement is looking for him.
I told y'all there was a problem.
Representatives of both MPD
but
and
let me go on.
Listen,
Shit.
involved in some capacity, and the U.S. Marshal's Office is the lead in the search for Mr. Tackett. I want to send two messages today, one to Mr. Tackett personally and one to the public at large. To Mr. Tackett.
Turn yourself in.
Turn yourself in.
Yeah, okay.
Do it today. If you do it, things will go better for you. If you turn yourself in, you can be turned in safely. If you don't,
they're going to kill
you'll
you.
Be found, and things will be worse for you. And to the public.
Hold on, let me stop.
Any information about Mr. Tackett?
Because let me say this, y'all. Okay, let me say this. Okay. See, when they was trying to get the, what's the name? National Guards to come in, word on the street was there was an order that was any resistance, any I don't want to use the wrong words, or anybody not following commands, it would shoot on sight. Take their ass down. Because they all armed and dangerous, see. You can't say, oh man, they can't do that bullshit. AunTeaFee, are you? Yes, I'm staying. Because I understand he young, all of them. But do you understand that these law enforcement is outgunned? They outgunned. They got this high power automatic switches and glitches. They allowed them to this man that y'all sitting up here glorifying that's running for president. He made it possible for y'all to be killed by these guns. Okay? I don't know what that is, but I ain't trying to, yeah. I tried to lower it. I may got it too high. But anyway, so any and everybody named mama got a gun and can use it. And that shit folk can do about it. And ain't nobody regulating shit. Okay? So that was what the order was going to be. And that may be why they didn't want that shit going on in there. But innocent people are already being killed. Let's be clear. I have some tea sippers who are living in fear. They are prisoners in their own home, in their own city, in the city where they pay taxes for, and the motherfuckers who supposed to protect them want to raise on shit they ain't doing their job. So when he's saying, dude, look at here, little man, I don't know who instructing you, but turn your little monkey ass in, because if they see you, you run, you pull a gun, you do anything that they think is a threat, they have permission to spray your ass down. That's what he's saying in a politically correct way. Well, AunTeaFee don't feel political right now. And I'm going to give it to you in terms. Huh? Okay? Okay? They are going to kill you. Because you are considered armed and dangerous. Okay? And on top of that, I ain't gonna say that, but okay. Let's go.
Its whereabouts. Please call 528-CASH. It's right up there. 52. You will be found, and things will be worse for you. This is the lead in the search for Mr. Tackett. I want to send
U.S. Marshal Miller gonna find you.
Personally,
let me tell you that shit now.
and one to the public at large. To Mr. Tackett, turn yourself in. Do it today. If you do it, things will go better for you. If you turn yourself in, you can be turned in safely. If you don't, you will be found, and things will be worse for you. And to the public, if anybody has any information about Mr. Tackett's whereabouts, please call 528-CASH. It's right up there, 528-2274. As an incentive for you to do that, there will be a significant reward, and you'll hear more about that from Mr. Brown in a moment. let me conclude with two thoughts. The first is we should remember that Mr. Tackett is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The second is, it is often the case that when we talk about these things, what gets lost often is the victim and the victim's families. I can't imagine what the victim's family is feeling right now.
Y'all been watching AunTeaFee
and other loved ones to know that the person that we think killed Mr. Materna is in the wind. My prayers go out to them, and I will also pray that Mr. Tackett be found quickly and safely.
And alive.
With that,
you hoping that the marshals don't kill him.
First thing I want to say is that we are always happy to respond if we receive a request from the DA's office for help, and we did respond immediately when we were asked yesterday. I went to an anonymous supporter of Crime Stoppers who has a passion for Crime Stoppers, for justice, and particularly is interested in helping law enforcement find fugitives. And this person, who is anonymous, was happy to give us $5,000, and so today I'm announcing that we have a $5,000 award available to anyone who provides information that leads to the rearrest of Mr. Tackett. I want to say two other things. First, 528-CASH, 528-2274. That cannot be said often enough. That's an important phone call. Anyone with information should call that number. It's always anonymous, and it could lead to $5,000 in cash. Normally, we pay up to $500 in a fugitive case, in a fugitive felony case. In this case, we have the $5,000. The second thing I wanted to say is that more and more of the successful tips that we receive have to do with people who are on the lam. So I know that there are people out in the community who have some information. Just call 528-CASH. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Brown, and I will also hear from the U.S. Marshal Tyrese Miller.
Good morning. I think what can't be lost here is Mr. Materna and his family. There's nothing that people assembled up here today can do that can bring him back. But what we can do is make sure that somebody's held accountable. And right now, the evidence has shown that Mr. Tackett is responsible for this crime, and while he's presumed innocent until proven guilty, it's our job to arrange that meeting.
He kind of mad today, ain't he?
He's brought into custody. Now, just to tell you about some of our efforts thus far, we have been in touch with...
He kind of mad. He got his mad face on. He got them sick of y'all motherfuckers over here face on. Come on. Well, let me cut the light off so I can see you with my good eye.
Good morning.
Mr. Miller.
What can't be lost here is Mr. Materna and his family.
I need my breath.
There's nothing that people assembled up here today can do that can bring him back. But what we can do is we can make sure that somebody's held accountable. And right now, the evidence has shown that Mr. Tackett is responsible for this crime, and while he's presumed innocent until proven guilty, it's our job to arrange that meeting. We want to do everything we can to make sure he's brought into custody. Now, just to tell you about some of our efforts thus far, we have been in touch with his grandmother as well as his mother and a third family member, and we are urging them to have him turn himself in.
I wonder is he from Orange Mound?
While he's very young, he's charged with very serious crimes. So he needs to be off the streets. And so we're trying to arrange that. And so we're doing a two-pronged approach. While we are trying to encourage him to turn himself in, at the same time, we're doing what the U.S. Marshal Service does. We're out here hitting the streets. We will find him. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. He will be found, and he will be brought to justice. That's what we are sworn to do, and that's what our efforts consist of right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Miller.
I'm not going to play with you. I'm going to find you. Yeah, nigga. And Memphis, y'all need to start doing y'all job.
In this particular case, not yet. But as soon as word gets out in the community, a little bit later today, I expect several phone calls to come.
You believe at 11 a.m. your reward's going to go live?
Yes, it goes live at 11 o'clock. You all will have press releases back at your offices.
What are the mom and grandmother and family members that to assume that nothing went down with what happened there with
want to talk to? Sure. Well, while they have said they will cooperate, we trust that to be the truth, but we're still not going to wait on him to surrender. We're still
gonna hunt him down.
Launch our fugitive investigation, and we're going into those tactics that we use. So we hope
he's a fugitive. Look, family and friends. What Handsome is trying to say is that he is a fugitive, and if we catch him and he act a fool, we gonna fuck that ass up. I'm not gonna play with y'all. We gonna hunt him down like we hunted Straight Drop down. And he's saying the family is cooperating. The family said he gonna do this, that, and the other. If they do, good. If they don't, let every man fend for themselves. But family member gonna turn him in. Somebody gonna give him up because there's a reward. Somebody gonna do just what Shondell Barnett did to Straight Drop. Turn that ass in. Go into witness protection. And while you are in witness protection, you are sitting out your own sentence, your own secret indictment that you done already took a plea on. AunTeaFee. Huh? Them is deals. That's why Straight Drop, Shondell Barnett was able to show his face that time and show his ankle monitor, his little old bracelet on his leg, his ankle bracelet. You know what I mean? They know where I'm at. Nigga, you're in witness protection. You're on house arrest. And you are sitting out your sentence without going to the penitentiary. Because this is a RICO case, high profile RICO case. All of that. That's what's going on. And your life is in danger. Yeah. But somebody gonna do for the little watermelon killer what Shondell did for this Officer Miller. And set that ass up to be caught. And they gonna collect that money. Okay, let's go.
Urge him to turn himself in. We trust that to be the truth, but we're still not going to wait on him to surrender. We're still...
Goes live at 11 o'clock. You all...
I don't want to see you. I want Miller. I want Miller.
While they have said they will cooperate, we trust that to be the truth, but we're still not going to wait on him to surrender. We're still have launched our fugitive investigation, and we're going into those tactics that we use. So we hope to have their cooperation. Urge him to turn himself in, and keep in mind, while this defendant, while this I'll call him this, while this young man is very young, we still feel like he is a threat to society. Right?
A threat.
He's charged with some very serious crimes, as I said. So we feel like we have the expertise to bring him into custody, and that's why this case is of interest to us.
The expertise. Y'all know I like Marshal.
Right now, we don't have any reason to believe that he's left this area.
Do you think you serve that other than the state legislature to try to use this to oust your position?
No.
Oh, he done got gank with it, ain't he?
Happy to defer to Mr. Brown.
He done got kind of gank with it. Y'all, do you want to allow the app to make changes on this device? Baby, when I tell you this is the heat back. This This is probably the most gang I done seen. And when I say gang, not gang, like hood gang, like I'm like he done got into it with somebody, some of them people trying to tell him what he gonna do, how he gonna do it, and he don't pull rank on some motherfuckers because y'all ain't doing y'all motherfucking job. And this shit here don't need to be going on. I thought we left y'all in good standings before. Where is that old interim at? Where's she at? Shit. She ain't showing her face because she had to take a pay cut. So I don't know who he done got into it with. But look, his body language is talking to me. AunTeaFee, don't do it. I love your body language. Baby, huh? I love your body language. I like the way you walk. Boom, boom, ba da da ba doom, doom, ba, 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 ba. Baby! I mean, I don't know if I did. I just probably really didn't know you had some gank in you like that. But you see, I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sick of this bullshit. Y'all sitting over here playing, and these people. Has any Millers been? Wait, what? Stop, AunTeaFee. Come on. I thought you had something to do today. Hey, Marshal Miller, gone with your gang self, sir. Gone. Don't walk up on me. That's that hey man, say man. Hey man, say man. Don't walk up on me like that. Alright now. Y'all gonna fuck around and we gonna set it off in this mother. Baby! What am I gonna do? Hey, all I'm gonna say is be prepared for me to go live, baby, if it pop off. Okay. Okay. Let's go.
Well, I'll be happy to defer to Mr. Brown about this, but I would name, among other reasons, the seriousness of the offense.
Nah, because your job is in danger.
The high public
and they firing these officials, and DAs is being arrested and shit.
That he skipped out on a court date.
That's what I would add, is that he has skipped, and he is now a fugitive.
I'll have Mr. McAlpin supplement my answer, but I know there were conditions. As I said before, we asked for a higher bond in the hopes of keeping him in custody, but the conditions involved staying at home, staying in school, doing something else? At a curfew? Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, y'all, I'll be back. Because I told you they started talking low. They didn't want y'all to hear something.
We'll be happy to get with you afterwards. We wanted to confine the questions today to this topic.
Oh, yeah, you asked about Orange Mountain Quick. Mm-hmm.
Mr. McAlpin, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure we know about the other one.
The other individual has not been charged. It's still an investigation, and we're still looking into charging more people, but there's only been one person charged with the homicide of Mr.
How far does this take back?
Well, that depends on how quickly he's found. I mean, once he's found, you know, we'll immediately place him back into custody. We'll move to put him back into custody, and then the pretrial proceedings will go forward. Right. Right.
What is your message to those who are now concerned that this is something that's happening, that's something on?
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, this is an example of what happens when the bonds are set too low. Right. And I have, for many months now, have been talking about how I think that bonds are often set too low by the judicial commissioners when there's a long criminal record on the part of the defendant. I guess I should now also add, when the crime itself is sufficiently serious, we really need to be thinking seriously about keeping those bonds very high so that we can keep the defendants in custody. So I guess I would say I share their concern.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I know that, you know, they are faithfully trying to follow the law. So absolute respect for all of them. And, you know, both the Constitution and Tennessee law talks about the minimum amount necessary to ensure the public safety and to ensure that the person returns to court, and that the conditions must be the least restrictive conditions. That's the law. So, you know, but I think nonetheless there's room for interpretation.
Oh, well.
And I think maybe we should be interpreting it in a way that the bond amounts go higher when, as I said, the offense level is as serious as this. You know, it doesn't get any more serious than this. Or,
yes, it do.
In a less serious case, if there seems to be a long criminal record. And I think, you
people
know,
houses being set on fire with them in it.
Actually, about this very topic.
Oxygen tanks being shot and hit and the house blow up. But that's in the black folk neighborhood. Walk away.
Well, we're gonna move to revoke the bond, and I'm pretty confident that will happen, and he'll stay in custody at this point. I mean, he's already proven that he can't be trusted. Yes, I mean, I've had some discussions about some ideas. I'm not quite ready to talk about them just yet, but probably in the near future. Okay, any other questions?
Why did they lower the mic on these questions?
Well, just in general, you know, talking about the bond process and, you know, recent changes to the law, the current existing law, and, you know, whether there's room to interpret them in a way that we get higher bonds in the situations that I outlined. But those are all preliminary. We'll talk about more later.
One more question. Tate Mulroy, I mean, obviously he's innocent until proven guilty. He's also 16 years old. Any thoughts on what they're going to do and go down this path with another case?
I mean, I'll welcome thoughts from anybody about this. I wish I knew. Mr. Brown, did you want to?
Well, I'll just say that there are too many possibilities for young people out there that aren't good ones. There aren't enough things for young people to do in the summertime in particular, but even around the school year. And there's an awful large pull on some teenagers to get into more programs.
All right, maybe one more question? If not, thank you all very much.
Manhunt Friday. It's Manhunt weekend. Let me tell you, they stalling quit probably to the 1st of July when that law go into effect about not following the conditions and terms of their bond. Yeah. July 1st. So when court and stuff resume on Monday, that law will be in effect, won't it? So during the weekend, it's manhunt. Okay, y'all stay woke. And before I go, this is the man who was with the older woman official who got busted growing marijuana and had meth and shit large amount of ammunition in her house. And she gonna try to act like at first she didn't know. She was trying to say, please, please, please don't do this to me. Please. They said, girl, you have the right to remain silent. Yeah. A little jicky, a sniffy judge, a former judge, Melissa Boyd, in her orange uniform. Child, you need to start back liking Peter Weeder, because you can't handle coochie oochie. These dirty, bogus inside mob officials are getting called out. Okay? And arrested. Yeah. What that man in DeSoto County say about them good old boys, especially if y'all African Americans. Now, if you know Shondell Barnett turned straight drop in for $2 grand, what? Oh no, it was more. They did increase it, especially after he came from Houston and talked to them officials and the feds in Houston. They increased it, and that's when Shondell collected that money. Well, right now his is at $5 grand, and Marshal Miller in town to find you. After he done busted them folk in Nashville and Chattanooga, he said, let me tear my ass on back down to Memphis. I see they need me. What else? Knoxville. Yeah. And y'all do know that Zimmerman is on his radar too. This Manhunt weekend. Y'all do know that, right? Right. Who? Him. That they let him walk on out. But now he gonna have to have a Speedo on next time they catch him. That's what that sheriff said. He in town on purpose, baby. It's Manhunt Friday. It's Manhunt weekend. I'm trying to find this other DA out of DeSoto County, assistant DA, who done got locked up. They won't let that ass out. Woo! AunTeaFee, what we gonna do with you? Yeah, because I'm busy today, y'all. I don't have time for this, and now I'm gonna have to come back. Him, DeSoto County Assistant District Attorney, arrested. Yeah, y'all, I'll be back. Okay. Hit the like button, please. And next time you see me, unless something is tremendous happen, I will be live. Okay? We're going to talk about it.